Hi everyone, welcome back to Sonic 3 Knuckles. We are approaching the end of Sonic's story. We have reached a Death Egg. It's a place of lots of magnets, lots of machines and gravity stuff. Yeah, weird little contraption there. You got to sort of. Oh well, there you go. You sort of have to like stand on one side to weigh it down. Ooh, little weird gravity ball thing there. And quite a funky music as well. I like the background. I tell you what I like about this background, what I find interesting about it is that it's a static image. Well, I mean it's animated, but it's static in that there's no parallax scrolling with it. So what I think it implies is that you're actually walking, like you the player, not Sonic, but you the player. What you're doing is, well, aside from losing your lightning shield, is you're actually like going like around the outside of this big pillar in the middle. Electrified thing. I tell you what, this level kind of reminds me of a little bit. Oh, this is going to be a very niche thing, I imagine. If anyone's ever played James Pond 2, there's some levels where they kind of, it's got like the ceiling and the floor kind of got like the same sort of style as the ceiling and the floor, like here. Anyway, go on to this thing. This thing counts down and it shoots us around. Man, love to see how that comes out on the recording. Ooh. Oh, man, this bit is these things here. Okay, especially with Tails on. So those conveyor belts, every time you jump on them, every time you land on them, it changes the direction that they go. But of course, since you've got Tails here as well, Tails will like affect how that goes. Yeah. So if I jump on this, it changes it, and then Tails lands in it as well and affects it as well. Like I say, Tails isn't so much a help as much a hindrance. No. Oh, fine. See what I mean? Like, look. If I press the on switch, Tails, just because I press the on switch doesn't mean I want you to press it, because if you press it when it's on, that turns it off. And quite frankly, it's not like you keep pressing it and then it just keeps doing more of the good thing. You know? Thinks he's helping. Okay, this is an odd one. You sort of like going back and forth. It's like you're being sucked over to the left. It's like gravity's... No, not left. Gravity's going to the right, so you gotta bounce on these things. I don't understand why those springs have like a checkerboard pattern on. But yeah, once you've turned all those lights to red, you go. Once you've turned all those lights to red, you can open up the side bit here. There you go. And whoa, we're the right way around. That was not expected. Literally, thought I was going to be upside down there. And, ooh, look at that 3D effect. Sort of weaves back and forth. Hey, we're on a roller coaster ride. Like, look, you want more loops in your levels, huh? Well, how about this? You like them loops? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, boss time. Be hypersonic. Okay, so this one is a nuisance if you're not hypersonic because you gotta like, well, you can see what's going on there. You can see. You don't need me to tell you. Yeah. I mean, you can see. You can look at this and you can be like, I can imagine what this boss would be like if I wasn't hypersonic. And that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Whoa. And now we're outside. And the music's gotten a bit more... I don't know. I don't know what the word is. I was going to say radical. I mean, not really. Sonic's radical. Oh, let's go back up this way and see if I can... Oh, can I? No. No, oh well. Yeah, just gotta choose a direction. Fine, I'll go down, I'll go right. And we're upside down. That's a thing in this level. Being upside down. It's like, whoa. I know this. Oh, hold on. What's this? Oh, I didn't even know about that. Yeah, so I have noticed there are some games, like in the 8-bit, not the 8-bit, the 16-bit era, where like a level gimmick will just be like, you're upside down. I had a game on the Amiga. It was like one of those public domain games, I think. There was quite a few games that were very they'd like multiple games just on like one disc. There's one called Chrome, and also James Pond 2. Talking about James Pond 2 again. Those two games both had levels where it was just like, it's upside down. Okay. Yeah, the rep balls there will they're not your representative. They just repeated the previous ball that came through. Or do they give you the benefit of the previous one? I don't know. Whatever. I guess spend a little bit of time as not supersonic, no, hypersonic. Spending all my time as not supersonic now. Because once you turn, once you go hyper, you can't go back. Okay, let's stop. Okay, stop. Okay. Right, let's calm down now. Yeah, Tails have got the right idea. For once. That's such like a very stereotypical like bad comedy sort of line, isn't it? You know, things that strangers will say to you. You know, like how strangers will have jokes for you. Like they'll have like sayings like, "Oh, we can like." Could just be a British thing, I know. Oh, we complain when it's too hot and we complain when it's too cold. There's a few like jokes people have. I think the line "for once" is one of those. It's like, oh yeah. Oh, the opposite of that would be, well, nothing's changed, or nothing's new there then. And I must admit, I've used that a couple of times myself. Right. Yeah. I mean, these taking you around in circles does serve a function. It means if you're hypersonic, you will just be losing rings. Should point out, so if you're playing just Sonic and Knuckles by itself, if you have all the emeralds at this point, it would just be the Chaos Emeralds. You just have Supersonic. There's no hyper malarkey. But yeah. Draining the rings. So they do. You know what? I'm not waiting for that. I'm invincible. Alright. Another weird, interesting boss. So, this one, it can hit himself with these things here. And the idea, what you have to do is you have to just go back and forth. You can shoot them up there. Yeah, well, the basic idea is to flip gravity so that the spike will shoot up. But if you can't do that, you can at the very least get them to like you can hit them to like knock them in the air. It's not really easy to aim. It's a weird boss because that thing's got it's got shields on, so you can't actually hit it directly. And I'm out of rings. Well, I've still got 4 rings. They decided to take Supersonic away from me. Hypersonic. Gotta remember to say that correctly. Anyway. And we're approaching a final boss time here, so... I mean, it's not quite... Hold on. Well, you'll see. First stage of this is easy, just... jump back and forth. Okay. Yeah, just kill the fingers. A very strange phase of the boss. It just seems... It seems remarkably easy. Now this one is not necessarily... This one you do have to time quite well because you've got to sort of like jump out the laser in time, which you'll see. So you'll shoot out the fire thing there, you hit him in the nose. You can hit this where the emerald is. And then you have to like... Well, I've got the lightning shield, so that makes it a bit easier for me because I can double jump. Of course, Tails can... Ooh. Well, I don't have the lightning shield anymore. Yeah, you've got to time the jump just right. Also, the Master Emerald, something to point out as well. The Master Emerald, if you don't have all the Super Emeralds, the Master Emerald isn't flashing. The Master Emerald is only flashing because I have all the Super Emeralds. Right. That is a little tricky, that one. I mean, you're probably not going to have Hypersonic. I mean, you maybe could, but you're not going to be able to just brute force it. Anyway, just time for a easy section here. Just basically a cutscene in a way. You just run to the right. Just add a bit of tension, I guess, as the world is collapsing around you infinitely. And you just jump and then attack him. He tries to escape with the Master Emerald. And then, if you've got all the Chaos / Super Emeralds, you will enter Doomsday Zone. Whoa! The final showdown. Now this is the final boss. So what you're meant to do is you have to collect ring. You can, well, you're just flying through the air. You collect rings to stay alive because obviously your rings are going to be ticking down. Right. Nothing can hurt you, of course, because I'm you're hyper at this time. You can sort of you can press the button to speed up, but things will, like those missiles will knock you back, and the meteorites will slow you down if you bump into them. But yeah, they've got a bit. They're all on the same layer because you bump into them all, but they do have parallax scrolling on them. But anyway, when you reach him, right, you've got to sort of redirect his missiles to his face, like that. And again, yes. Don't forget you can press the jump button to speed dash. Right, okay. Down to 24 rings. Oh, come on. Okay. I got a life, but I need rings. I need rings. Okay. You're not gonna give me time for rings? No? Okay. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, it does help if you can, like, find, like, the route, I guess, where the rings are. Ooh. Ooh, nice batch of rings there. Just to keep it going, I guess. Ooh. I was I'm using the D-pad using the analog stick. Which I don't normally do, but I think it kind of makes sense in this area. Also, if you're ever wondering, and I wondered this as a kid, and no, it doesn't work, but you can't get to 100 rings, wait for Super Sonic to lose one, and then collect another one, and then lose one, and then collect another one to gain loads of lives. It doesn't work. I thought it would work as a kid. I thought, oh, I'll try it out. It doesn't work. Right. I don't mean on this level, I just mean in general. Ooh. And... yep. Okay. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, yes, okay, yes, no, yes, okay, no, yes, no. Alright, well, I finished that part with several rings to spare. If you're wondering why I was saying yes, no, okay, because I started saying it sincerely, and then I realised how silly it sounded, and so I just continued on as a joke. Right. So this bit, all you have to do is just go up to him and hit him in the back. Pretty easy. Just don't get hit by his missiles. Of course, you've got your rings. There's a time limit. Yeah, we can do this. Come on, not long left. There you go. And we've destroyed him. And that is the ultimate final boss. And just to let you know, that Doomsday Zone is only available as Sonic. You can't do it as Tails or Knuckles. It's a Sonic exclusive level. But yeah, that's the game as Sonic. We have the Master Emerald there. The Master Emerald has all been souped up with the Super Emeralds. Gotta place it back onto the island. And yeah. And it raises out of the water and it flies into the air. And it becomes the floating island. As we can see in the background there, it's flying up. Oh, and there's Knuckles. You did it, kid. That's what I imagine him saying. And then we've got this bit where the game will cycle through the different music in the game as the credits roll. So yeah, that's the end of the game for Sonic. I'm still playing. I'm going to play through as Tails, and I'm going to play through as Knuckles. I know I said that I really like this game a lot, and I do. But a lot that's going to come out when we get to Knuckles' playthrough. I'm going to play through Tails with Tails first, and then Knuckles. But I'll tell you straight up, Tails is pretty much identical. There's not much difference between Sonic and Tails. There is a few differences that I want to show. A few differences just in terms of abilities, but in terms of level layout, story and everything, that's exactly the same. It's just there's a few, you got to go around things a different way sometimes, just because of the different abilities. And then when we get to Knuckles, there'll be a whole bunch of differences. But yeah, they're doing the Sonic thing where they do the final credits and the start, and they have the ending theme, which is like a mashup of all the different music throughout the game. And Sonic, your name's on backwards on the plane there. It couldn't possibly, because it's a reverse sprite image. Couldn't be. Okay, not only did I mess that bit up there, I think it's going to be slightly different, but also it's going to be out of sync anyway, so it doesn't matter anyway. Oh, and there's Sonic, yeah! Look, I'm hyper, yeah, so cool. Okay. Yeah, Sonic, we get it, you're hyper. Get over it. Anyway, yeah, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We get the final title card to say congratulations, you got all the Super Emeralds and you completed the game. Okay, now time for Tails. Yeah, so here we have the save file. So if I'm going back with my Sonic and Tails playthrough, I can basically select any level that I want and I can go back to that level. So I can go back to like Angel Island, I can get Hypersonic out as Hypersonic on Angel Island if I want to. Oh, I can click there and just get the credits, I think. So, 2 more to go. I'm gonna skip file 2, not because I'm gonna use it, but because traditionally speaking, file 2 is for Sonic alone. But there's no point me doing that. So, file 2, I'll keep it there. Okay, time to play as Tails now, and we don't get an opening cutscene. Okay, so let me explain the differences between how Tails plays and how Sonic plays. Very, very simply, all of Sonic's air attacks and the abilities from the shields, they're gone. Still get the protection, I still get the magnetic pull from the electric magnet and the breathing effect from the bubble and all that. But I can't bounce or dash forward or double jump or anything like that. Rather, Tails can fly. So you jump, and you can just do this, and you can fly around. Now you can't do this for too long. If you do it for too long, he'll get tired and he'll fall. As you can see, I can go up there, nothing there. But yeah, you can just sort of like fly over things. And you might think, well, doesn't that make the game a whole lot easier? Oh, see there, you got tired there. Yeah. And the answer to that is, not really. I mean, you can get to a few extra places that you can't get as Sonic. At least not Sonic without the aid of Tails. But it's not like, especially, you know what? What am I doing? I should be going this way. I was too focused on demonstrating the flying capabilities that I forgot to go and grab the emerald. But yeah. Okay, here we go. So same levels, and for now, that's the only difference. Just the flying ability, which I should also point out is also the case underwater. Because you can swim, which is basically the effect. It can swim, which is basically like the effect of flying. Interesting. In Sonic 2, you could play as Tails. You could play as Tails, but he couldn't. He didn't have any more abilities. In fact, he was actually reduced in one regard. So he was actually well, we'll get to that, I suppose. But basically, in Sonic 2, there was no point of playing as Tails unless you wanted to just play as a different sprite, I guess. But yeah. But yeah, the decrease of those the loss of those shield abilities and the insta shield, it may not seem like much, but it can be such a pain. Let me tell you something. It can be such a pain. Yeah, but other than that, it's pretty much the same as Sonic. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple of bosses that make it awkward with Tails. Even just the lack of the insta shield, it just makes it so much worse sometimes. Anyway, this commentary-wise, this bit might be quite boring because I'm not really adding anything. I don't think. I'm sort of just going through the same thing again. It's all for completion's sake. Yeah. Story is the same with Knuckles. Knuckles is still gonna come out and disrupt us in the exact same ways. That hasn't changed. It literally is just the flying ability and the... Well, like I say, for now, there really isn't much difference other than that, but that's pretty much it. Okay, and this is the last batch of them here. Bum bum, Tails got to kill Emerald. Doesn't even give Tails his own name in orange. Should be orange. Or like, oh, I can go up this way. See, Sonic couldn't have got those rings by himself. Like, oh, is there anything up here? Yeah. So a lot of it is just like random little areas that Tails can reach. But I think the reason why I consider Tails to be worse than Sonic is that those areas, unless it's for like a special stage, they take, like, flying is slow and it only gives you things that I don't really need. But still. Alright. Still got the protection from the fire shield though, so that's fine. Doop. And doop. Wow. Yeah, look, Tails' name is in blue. Okay. Right, special stage number 3. Is this the one? No, this isn't the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of the one with the burgundy ones with the big block in the middle. And we got to jump over a few things. Probably next one. This is the one where you need to, once you get to the end, if you want all the rings, you've got to jump over one of the ones on the path to get the square in the final room. That's the one that this one is. And round. And round. I wonder how big these levels are. Like, what is the size of the grid? Are they all the same size? I would imagine that they are. But like with this one, you're just going on like a set path. So I'm just wondering, because you don't really get a good view of the levels. You can you go online and find maps of them, but you don't get like a good view of the level because of the way they're presented. Because they're in 3D, you don't get a good proper look at them. You just sort of get a feeling for like how they're laid out. Is there anything up here? Nope. Yeah, look, there's Tails swimming in the water. In the water. Yeah, but I'm just naturally inclined to check, like, is there anything up here? Because, completely honestly, I don't know. Oh, there is something up here. Well, nothing that I really want. Yeah, doesn't matter. So I'm just messing around a bit. Anyway, I remember last time I did take the low route in this level, didn't I? I'd say what I do like about one random little thing I like about this game is that because of the parallax scrolling, it's also vertical as well as horizontal. So the further like up on level you go, the higher up you get. You can tell like your current elevation based on the background. So see, you've got like the dark red bushes on the top there. That's how you can tell that you're high up. Whereas if you've got the dark red bushes on the bottom, that tells you that you're low down. Nothing up there. Right, let's just see if we can bypass this part. You can. I mean, I suppose Tails can be faster in that regard. But alright. Well, when I got to this bit with Sonic, I had a fire shield. Don't have the fire shield this time. So this boss is going to be a little harder. I should also point out with Sonic's Insta Shield as well. It's one of those things where it's hard to describe because you think to yourself like, oh, like a slight extra area of attack. It doesn't seem like much, but there's certain implications from it. So, for example, if you hit something from below and you Insta Shield off, it'll sort of like bounce you off, so you land a bit faster. It means you can just do things a bit faster. I mean, speed is his game. But okay. Right, Robotnik. Shoot out your two thingy-bobs, fireballs, which I have no protection from because I have an electric shield. And I can't do my Insta Shield, so I do the old-fashioned hitting. Oh, that also works. I think also, yeah, you can hit them with this tail as well. Okay, come on, Knuckles. Yeah, the effects on that that waterfall when the video renders is not very good. Okay, so let's fly up here, and I believe, see that hand there? I believe that's the only hand of that style in Act 1, or maybe there's a couple, but it's certainly not like a big thing in in Act 1. There's many of them in Act 2, I know. Alright. Oh, fine. Just thinking there might have been a special stage there, but I don't know. Oh, never mind, there's another one. There's me proven wrong immediately. Oh, never mind. Go check see if there's a special stage there. Well, there's probably one there. Fine. It's alright. Alright. I'm a little worried about not getting all the special stages before I get to Mushroom Hill. Very funky music. Oh, there's a lovely perk rolling. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to lose my electric shield here. Yeah, Act 1, music for Act 1 High Velocity is definitely funky. The Act 2 isn't as funky. It's I don't know. It's a bit more elaborate, but I would say not as funky. Now, is this? It is. Okay. So this will be the fourth one, I think. Ah, yeah, this is the one I was thinking of before. So if you want the perfect, you've got to do the bit in the middle before the bit on the outside. You've got to do a couple of jumps here. Jump, jump. Not often do they make you jump like that. Not in like quick succession like that. It's quite a unique thing to this particular special stage, I think. Okay. Whoa. Alright. Okay, here we go. The bit that produces all the rings that you're meant to do if you're doing the perfect. So is that 4? It is, right. 3 more. 3 more for all the Chaos Emeralds. Right. Oh man, this is the boss where not having the insta shield is a nuisance. Because you can't hit him as often. Just sort of got to play around it. Attack, attack, attack whilst you can. Oh, managed to get 4 attacks in there. Can I get any more in before he goes away for his second round? Oh, just managed to defeat him. I also find interesting how with Act 2, you don't actually see the change of background straight away, but also interesting to me is how, if you look at this, like immediately there's a checkpoint. Like, what's the point? I mean, suppose it saves you a few seconds getting through those first few barriers, I guess. No, not gonna work. Need to get down here and spin dash round. Yeah, so I am afraid there's going to be just a bit of going through the motions for this playthrough for the most part. I will sometimes just go around and like check, like, is there anything over here? The answer to that question will usually be no, for the record. Looks like there's like a gap down there, but don't know where you can get there or if you can get there. Let's just go a bit wild and fly all the way over here. Anything over here at all? No. When you see how far you get thrown around on these like slides and all that, it makes you think the levels must be huge. Try and go on this way. Oh. Alright. Interesting to see, but nothing special there. Interesting to see that, like, that line of rings just in the air, like, guiding you through. Oh, okay. Alright then, I guess I'm going this way. Don't tell me this is the same place again. No. You do get a lot of areas that look very similar. That was especially a problem, I remember, in Spring Yard Zone of Sonic 1. You get some bits where, first time I went through it, I was thinking, like, am I just going back over myself again and again? And the answer is no. They just all look the same. Alright. We have this boss. Can't get me while I'm in the air. Can I? Oh, I can. Okay. That's one way I can get him. I've got to say, it's not intuitive to me that the its propeller can hit him. As in, Tails' propeller. And hit him again as he comes down to collect the water. Oh. Right. Yeah, so, as it turns out, Marble Garden is the only of the Sonic 3 levels without water. And in Sonic & Knuckles, those levels, none of them have water. So effectively, if you have if you just have the Sonic & Knuckles cartridge, the water shield effect of giving you like infinite breathing time, infinite oxygen, it doesn't actually mean anything because there's no water. Anything I can do up here? Alright. Doop-a-doop-boop-boo-doo. And up there is nothing. Why? It's weird there's an arrow pointing upwards. Like, what's that there for? Is that to say, up here. Would you look at this? How important is that there? Oh, oh, hold on. Oh, okay. Alright then. If you want the rings, you have to leave those ones till last. One thing that is rather strange about this level, I think, is that you do get those moments, like there is a couple of rows of red spheres. Oh, could have done that a bit better. Oh, okay, well I'm nearly done. There's a couple of rows of red spheres that you can jump over, or at least one row of red spheres that you can jump over. Like this one here. That was close. Well done, Tails. See, you're doing things now. Before it was only Sonic. Now you're actually doing things. Before it said Sonic got a Chaos Emerald. Didn't say Tails did. Yeah, interesting little area here. The thing with these games, especially in this game, sometimes you can play this for like years and there's just areas you just never seen or been to, and that's usually because the game does funnel you quite a lot into certain areas. Okay, well, oh, anything up there? Is it worth taking the risk to see if I can get up there? Nothing there? Okay, just curious. Didn't think there would be, but I thought there may have been. No. Alright then. Tell you what, Tails, you're doing an excellent job of losing rings. For example, there. Okay, not quite losing rings, but still losing things. Getting hit rather. Which, look at that. See, that's one advantage to Tails. You can find more these big rings. Which some people might say like, oh, that means Tails is easy mode. Which I've never liked those sort of discussions where something is described like, oh, this thing is more powerful than this thing. Using that thing is easy mode. It doesn't. No, it doesn't work like that. And people will say that Knuckles is hard mode, which of course we'll get to that when I get to it. And I can certainly see that. I mean, I certainly agree with the sentiment, but I think labeling it that way is not a good idea, and it's not really accurate to I don't know, so it does the game a bit of a disservice. Which is a discussion in its own time, I suppose. But I do need to make sure I get all these. I've only got a few. Yeah. So I've only got, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then another line of 4 probably. Oh, here we go. There you go. Yeah. To explain things simply, I think describing things as easy mode or hard mode, I think it's quite a primitive way of thinking about games. Because realistically, there is no such thing as... There's no thing in a game that is easiness. There's no such thing in a game that is hardness. It's just... Those are derived things that we conclude based on the presence of other things that are there. So, something being described as easy mode doesn't really... doesn't really describe anything other than... Oh, okay, I guess I'm going this way then. It felt like I was going backwards. Not the first time that's happened. Oh. Oh, did I not get any checkpoints? Well, that's a bummer. You know what? I'm just gonna follow the path. See, I knew that was there, but I didn't jump in time. Doo-ba-doo-boo-doo-doo. This music, I find, to explain what I think about this music is I think it's good. I like it, but I think it's rather unmemorable. It's rather forgetful. So if you ask me to recall music from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, usually I can just do it dead easily anyway. And I can do Marble Garden Zone, but I think it would be, it's the one that always takes me like a little bit of time to think about. Whereas the other ones, I think, are a bit more solid in their identity. I mean, Carnival Night is just a take on Entrance of the Gladiators. Right, I know I was just going to follow the path, but let's see what's up there. And the answer is nothing. And up here, is there anything up here? Nope. Oh. You behave yourself there. Yeah, the audio is it's slightly off sync, so I am singing in sync when I do that, but it doesn't sound like it. I have to try and do it ahead of time so that it comes out in sync, but that's going to be really difficult for me to do. Do 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 do. That didn't even, I wasn't even singing the right part there. Even if that was perfectly lined up, it wasn't even the right part. Okay. Right. Anything here? Oh, okay then. Well, nearly done with the special stages. Yep, this is the one with the exposed, you gotta find the exposed corners. I don't really have a favourite special stage. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay, I'm back from my sneeze. Had to mute the audio for a bit there. Didn't have to, I could have had you hear me sneezing, but that would be rude. Hmm. 26 to go. Where are they? Okay, there's some of them over there. Okay, two more. I know which two they are. Okay. Done and done. Not all the emeralds. I just mean that emerald there. Oh no, that is all the emeralds. What am I talking about? That is all the emeralds. I thought I still had one more to go. Oh well, never mind. Well, Tails got all the emeralds, and A reward for getting all the emeralds as Tails is, anything? Tails, are you any different? Are you feeling super at all? No? I guess you're just going to continue on as normal? Well then. Sorry, one moment. I had a bit of a sore throat there. But yeah, Tails, are you, you're not feeling super or anything? You're just gonna carry on as normal? Alright then. I guess Tails is just, the Chaos Emerald doesn't really do anything for Tails then, I guess. Which, going back to what I was saying about Sonic 2, the reason that Tails was just the worst version of, like playing through with Sonic 2, the reason why it was simply just worse to play as Tails was that if you got all the emeralds as Tails, you got nothing for it. Which, I mean, you can imagine. I mean, it took me quite a while to realise you could play as Tails because the options menu in the main menu is rather hidden. Anyway, let's get this digging boss done with. Rather reminiscent of the Mystic Cave Zone music boss, the Mystic Cave boss from Sonic 2. Right? Yeah. Yeah, so you can imagine my disappointment. I discover, like, after many times of trying, I eventually got all the Chaos Emeralds with Sonic, and it was like Super Sonic. I was like, oh, this is amazing / scary, because I was scared of Super Sonic. But after that, I then decided that I would play, like, oh, hang on a second. What if I get all the Chaos Emeralds as Tails? What happens then? I've got to try it out. So I did try it out and nothing happened. That's what happened. Nothing. Yeah. Well, I can go up here as Tails, so let's have a look. Anything here? Well, a little bit. Anything in the sky? Nothing? The sky. It's just a really tall room, it's not the sky. Oh man, did you ever, as a kid, go to someone's house that had a really high roof? I did. It was, it felt rather surreal. I was used to the hall at school, the main hall at school having a high roof, but I went to someone's house once and the living room just had a really, that roof was just really high. I was quite shocked by it. I've never really used Tails as propeller as a weapon. Don't know why I'm searching for those rings. I mean, they would give me 50 rings, but it's not going to do me much good. Got no super form. Can't do it. Oh. Man, I was jumping off in preparation for collision with that, but if you hit it with the Beyblade, as I sometimes call it, you don't actually get hurt. But I did. Hurt as in you don't lose your rings. Hurt, you don't get hurt as in you don't lose your rings. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum. Right. Oh, Again, one of these things, one of these weird things. That would just shoot arrows constantly. Now, if you've got the fire shield of Sonic, you can just like dash through that. But what? Ring didn't even bounce off the ground. How unusual. But yeah, you raise that to make a platform so you can spin dash. Yeah, just went right into it there. Didn't think anything of it, I just saw it and I was like, yep, just jump into it. But it's alright. It's perfectly fine. Now is this? No, this isn't what I thought it would be. Still a bit of ways to go, I think. Yeah. Yeah, this level is a bit of a headache sometimes because of the requirement to use. Again, I don't know if you saw there that enemy looked a bit different. But look, oh this guy with the third eye there is particularly high up. I wonder if there's an unbreakable wall around anywhere. I wonder if they would appear near each other for some reason. Right. Okay, there's Robotnik coming through, doing his damage to the environment. Yeah. So, see, looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, like, is it... I feel like what's actually going on is that the rest of the level is sinking, whereas it feels like... I've always felt like the floor I was on was rising. Sort of like an Earth Moon Sun sort of situation. Oh, something over here. Yep, alright. Oh, alright then. That was an interesting bounce. But yeah, I think because the background doesn't seem to move. Okay, this boss is actually a bit different with Tails. When I was doing it with Sonic, I was actually Super Sonic, so as it turns out, it wasn't as tricky as it normally would be, but this one you actually got to like... Oh. You've got to hit him with your propeller, with your tail. And I think it's a bit harder than it would be for Sonic. If you didn't have Super Sonic. With Sonic, you just have to like jump off Tails. And I should also point out as well that if you are playing Sonic alone by himself, you do get Tails like here, just for this bit here, for this boss. Also, funny story, when I was at university, oh, you can't collect your wings back as well. I was part of a game dev team, and they were saying like, oh, it's so good to have multiplayer cooperative games, that's what we're going to make because it's so good. Yeah, it's a bit trickier with Tails. And they were saying like, yeah, oh, did I miss the checkpoint? I guess I did. Yeah, they were saying, oh, it's so good to have a multiplayer cooperative experience. And then they used... Or maybe not, I don't know. And then, yeah, and then one of the people on the team were like, oh yeah, could use this as an example. Look at this. This is a good example because, you know, you play 2 can play as Tails. And they were saying this serves as an example as to why it's so good. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, Sonic 3 Knuckles I really like a lot, but I think you could not have picked. I mean, maybe you could have, but when I pick an example of a good boss, I wouldn't necessarily have picked this one. It is a strange boss, I tell you. I should also probably point out that I don't know if this is obvious, but at least just for the course of this boss fight, Tails does not get tired whilst flying. You can fly infinitely. Yeah, this boss is significantly, like, it is particular as Tails. It's not different in like how the boss acts, but just that one difference, it makes a difference. I like it when he comes from the top. Oh, okay. I like it when he comes down from the top. Don't like it when he comes up from below. Okay. Well done, Tails. And down and up you go. Yeah, it's a March Entrance of the Gladiators. It's from that. Okay, that's gonna be it for this part. So next time we'll continue on with Tails. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.